Hey you, what up? Maryam here, welcome to my channel or welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the new Charlotte Tilbury Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize palette. This one I just received in the mail not too long ago, and I had mentioned it in my previous video, my drunk unboxing with Lee. And a lot of you guys like this palette, want to see it reviewed, so today's video is going to do just that. I'm gonna review this palette, Team Truth style as always, swatch it on the swatch model, and also give you guys a verdict and of course a look. Don't judge me by my appearance right now. I'm still recovering from my drunken unboxings, okay? Remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get to it. Charlotte T Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. So some facts about this palette. This is a 12 pan eyeshadow palette, $75. I know it's pricey. 9.5 grams or 0.33 ounces in each eyeshadow. We have 4 hypnotic glow looks: Happy Glow, Love Glow, Dream Glow, and Seduce Glow. I'm gonna include some close-ups of the palette because these colors are just so mesmerizing, and I feel like you could really see the textures a lot better in a close-up. Unfortunately, I dinged the Love Glow. Very sad. It was my mistake. So now that we have all the facts, I think it's time for us to call in the swatch model. He's not drunk this time, I promise you. I'm probably gonna keep referencing that video, this entire video, so if you hadn't watched it yet, please do so. Also, we're doing a massive giveaway, so definitely check that one out. All right. No drink, please. Where's my Team Truth bell?
Hola, swatch model.
What did you do to my Team Truth bell? Why does it say drink, please? We're not going there.
Oh, here it goes.
Oh, there it is. What happened?
Checking my arm before I put it in.
Goodbye. They don't have names, so maybe you can name them?
Yep.
Go for it.
This is Happy One.
Happy One. Whoa, and she is a happy one. Holy shizer.
Happy Glow 1.
Next one.
Happy Glow 2.
Come on. Think of some creative names.
I think that's pretty creative and very functional. Happy Glow 3.
Bruh.
That's how she named it on the sheet. Actually, these actually do have names.
They're not names.
It says Prime Aperitif. And number 2 is Enhance Rachaziz. It says it right there.
Didn't you take French in high school?
Oui. This is Love number 1, also known as Prime Aperitif.
I hate this guy, I swear to you.
Love number 1.
Love Glow. Potion number 1.
Love Glow. Love Glow number 2.
It's the one that I dinged. Ooh.
Nice. This is Love Glow number 3, also known as Smoke Fumes.
Whoa, look at the fumes on that. Smoky.
Moving on to the next category called Dream Glow. This is Dream Glow 1 in a beautiful taupe metallic.
Wow.
Next up, followed by Dream Glow number 2, beautiful.
Wow, lovely. All right.
And lastly of the 3 under the Dream Glow collection would be this beautiful deep metallic purple. Dream Glow number 3.
Yes.
Moving on to the next one is Seduce Glow. This is a beautiful American gold.
What? What makes it American?
They have Indian gold.
Okay.
We could have our own gold.
Next.
Next is Seduce Glow number 2 in a Hershey chocolate.
I see it. Yes. Like a kiss.
And lastly, in the Seduce Glow is a beautiful metallic chocolate chip.
I'm just gonna straighten out this horrible swatch I did.
Oh, it's beautiful. By the way, it's very creamy.
Very creamy.
Very creamy. I didn't really see any fall off.
No, very emollient.
Yeah, it's very nice.
All right, so how about those swatches? Those up close swatches? Pretty mesmerizing, right? I think so. So now that I swatched and now that I saw the glorious goodness, I don't even know what kind of look to do with this. I feel like the colors are very metallic, very sparkly. There's only 3 mattes in this palette. So I'm thinking that this is really looking more like a dressy palette to me. Or I could also approach this eyeshadow the way that it's kind of meant to be approached. I can just take one of these existing 4 categories and I could use shade 1, for example, all over the lid, then shade 2 to enhance the lid, and then shade 3 to smoke out. So maybe I will do just that, but of course, knowing me, I can't just stick to 3 shades. I'll probably go all across the palette. But damn, it's a beautiful palette. All right, let's prime the lids. By the way, how good is my skin right now? I'm wearing that Orsay Cosmetics super expensive foundation, but how great does it look up close? All right, so I'm gonna apply my Fenty Beauty Primer all over my lids. I can't remember if Charlotte has a primer, but Fenty's is still my favorite primer. I just love the way that it adheres eyeshadows, and I love how it prevents my lids from producing too many oils, thus keeps my eyeshadows from creasing. It's just a good, reliable primer that I talk about all the time. You're probably sick and tired of hearing me talk about it. Also, I can't tell you how many comments I get about this mirror. This mirror came in NATASHA PR, so I don't think it's something that you can actually buy unless they sell it on their website. And I know a lot of beauty YouTubers, beauty influencers have this mirror, so in case you're one of those people who's been asking me consistently, now you know. Lids are primed. I really love this Love Glow category over here. I feel like it's very festive, perfect for this week with Thanksgiving and all. The first color in every category is meant to prime your entire eye, so I'm taking that as basically an all-over color. Damn, this MAC brush just picked up so much eyeshadow. I am shook. This is MAC 239S brush. And this eyeshadow is honestly extremely pigmented and smooth. Wahoo! You guys, this feels like liquid eyeshadow, but in powder form. So good. Let's see if I can spread that with my finger, because I really feel like I picked up way too much. Wow. So I kind of just applied that all over my lid, past my crease, past the movable part of my lid, but I kind of left this part a little bit on the blank side. All right, I'm going to use whatever's remaining on this brush and glide that over this eye. Very impressive first color. And the fact that it glides on so easily with a brush is something unique. Well, you know Charlotte and her emollients. I still kind of like the way that metallic or shimmery eyeshadows apply better with the finger, but in this case, you can definitely do both. I'm just used to the finger method more. But man, oh man, is this so pretty. Ooh. Ooh, honey. Like that in itself can be a look, it can be a vibe. We can just be done right here. I'm wondering if you could use this as a little highlighter here too. Oh yes, so gorge. What am I doing? All right, next let's enhance that color with the next color from the Love Glow. So I'm gonna reach for this one, number 2. I'm gonna pick up another flat brush. This one is Laura Lee Los Angeles L17. Oh, what I'm gonna do here is kind of just apply that in a diagonal. So closer to my lash line, and then almost like in a super heavy, thick wing. And then I'm gonna blend that inwards and just kind of create this gradient, the soft gradient. I'm gonna use a little fluffy brush, absolutely no name on this brush, and kind of just blur this out a little bit, raise that towards the tail end of the brow, just so this looks more like a wash. Do you see that wash? You see what I'm talking about? That's the vibe. I love this like cranberry feel of the eyeshadow. It's just so pretty. Oh. All right, let's do the same thing on the other eye. Just adding in that color in the diagonal, almost like a thick ass wing, and blending that together. So now you see how I applied the shape, and then I'm just gonna buff out and blend out and blur out the edge to create that wash of color. This is a very different eye technique for me. I'm so not used to blurring out shimmery eyeshadows in the outer corner. Usually I save the outer corner space for matte eyeshadows, but I don't know, something about these spoke differently. Next, I'm going to grab a pencil brush, Laura Lee Los Angeles L16. This brush is kind of on the dirty side, but it's in the same color family as this Love Glow trio, so I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Just kind of dip that brush into the shadow, got it nice and saturated with that color. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start smoking out that corner. Ooh, I'm gonna kind of like work on both sides at the same time, because this is where I think it's important to make sure that they match. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping my eyes open, I'm glancing in my mirror, and I'm shading the part that's right outside of my fold. So this section right here. And then I'm kind of just closing my eyes so that I can help blend, and then opening back up just to make sure that I'm not blending out too far, or that I'm not blending out far enough. So this is basically the idea. I'm not picking up any more color because, as you can see, these are very pigmented. They're super easy to use. I feel like they're just really working well together. All right, next, just gonna take whatever's remaining on this brush and kind of swoop it under my lower lash line using just the tip, and then again, smoking it back out. Let's do the same thing on this eye and smoking it back out. You guys should see my filming room right now. It is a wreck after my drunk unboxings. Yes, of course we threw out the garbage, but man, there is product everywhere. That giveaway is literally overflowing into the entire side of the room. And then just the things that I'm keeping, some things that I need to test out, it's all on this side of the room. Plus my Halloween stuff is still there. I know this room is giving Lee major anxiety right now. But the drunk unboxings was a good time, you know? I feel like it was something that was necessary for my channel at the moment because there aren't really too many new makeup releases. It's a lot of holiday collections, a lot of stuff that I already own and stuff that I'm very well familiar with. So that's the kind of stuff that I want to be able to give away and share with you. All right, I feel like this is really well smoked out. This is looking really, really nice. The only thing that's bothering me, looking at myself in my monitor right here, see how I have this really annoying little fold? I honestly don't know where it came from. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't, but today I have it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to go a little bit past this fold just to kind of disguise it a pinch. It's really hard to do. I think that did it, no? Now to make them match, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Literally not picking up any color. I'm just going forth and back and forth, back, forth and forth. Like that. Okay, next. Test out another color. Come on, this is just 3 colors and it's gorgeous and I could be done. Just put on some mascara, maybe some liner, and literally you're good to go. But I want to test out this matte shadow right here called number 2 Enhance Happy Glow. Let's do it, baby. I'm gonna take this really small blending brush, Sigma E36. It's like really tiny and really, really fluffy, but it's good for like this area right here. So what I want to do is I want to add a bit of that brow bone contrast. So kind of like right here underneath the inner portion of the brow, kind of like meeting with that nose contour if I had nose contour, just to give a little bit more definition. I feel like sometimes with such pulled out looks, you also need to add a little bit of depth here. Otherwise it just looks a little bare, like a little naked, you know? And with such an easy fluffy brush, again, it becomes more like a wash of color rather than saturated, super pigmented shadow. And it's really easy to layer and to kind of gradually deepen this eyeshadow by using a fluffy brush like this. We're getting somewhere. All right, next up, I want a little something for the brow bone. So I'm gonna reach for that same MAC brush, the first one that I used, 239S. I'm gonna dip the other side of the brush into this shade here, which to me looked like a little duochrome. It's like a pinky, champagne-y, definitely nice. Oh, it's so sparkly and so good. I want to add a smidge of that right here under my brow arch and then kind of just pull that out. Oh, do you see how pretty and pearly that is? That is just so lovely. Definitely a dreamy glow. This color I would say is more of a nighttime sparkly shadow because it's a duochrome and because it has a little bit more interest than just a plain champagne or gold, and because it has sparkles. So this shadow suddenly took this makeup look from wearable to a little bit more dressy, which is still wearable obviously, but just a little bit more dressy wearable, you know? I've been loving everything so far. Same eyeshadow, Dream Glow 1, adding that to the inner corner for a bit of an enhance right here, just for a bit of that sparkle. Thinking I kind of also want just a smidge of that right here on the center lid. Just a smidge, like the smidgiest of smidges, like that. That's it, that's it, that's it. Boom, boom. Last but not least, I'm gonna clean off this little brush here. Sigma Smudge E21. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up this Seduce Glow matte eyeshadow, the one that Lee called a Hershey Kiss. And I'm gonna add that directly underneath my lower lash line. So remember how I added a wash of color with the cranberry matte shade? Well, here I'm applying the brown a little bit more precisely. Not going all the way in, still want it to be very smoky. And then also gonna take that same shade and just lightly smudge that into the top lash line, but only to the outer portion, just like literally right here. And I'll make them meet like so, and I'm not gonna pull them out too much. Forgot to mention that there's virtually no fallout with this eyeshadow palette. So that makes it really easy and very reliable. I am loving this look. I'm just thinking I might need a little bit more blend right here on this side. Just a smidgy poo more blend. This side is looking pretty good. Feeling it. Moving right along. Where's my eyelash curler? Okay, I'm back with an eyelash curler. This one is from Lancome. It's not my Laura Mercier, so I'm gonna have to make do, although the Laura Mercier is absolutely my favorite. It's really hard to curl my lower lashes with this. It's just not flat enough, so I can't get it And I'm pinching, no, this is definitely not meant for Asian eyes. Okay, well, speaking of Asian eyes, I'm gonna use my Asian mascara, this MIZON Collagen Curling Fix Mascara, which is from a K-beauty brand, and I've been loving it. It doesn't even say that it's waterproof, but it absolutely does not smudge. So that makes me a fan. Love that. I'm gonna add in one more coat of mascara just for fun because I'm not going for falsies today and I just want like a darker lash line. Okay, so now for the rest of my face, I'm gonna use this NARS Holiday Palette. This is Iconic Glow Cheek Duo. It has the Laguna Bronzer on one side and then the Orgasm Blush on the other side. I'm gonna use my PIXI brush and just kind of warm up my forehead just a bit. And I love the Laguna bronzer because it's very, very easy to wear. It's not a super dramatic bronzer. It's not something that's gonna make you look super tan or bronzy. It's just like a very believable sun-kissed glow in a pan. And it has just a hint of shimmer, which is so flattering. I'm also gonna just contour a bit with that. And because it's so light, it's forgiving and you could easily contour with this shade as well as bronze up. I'm gonna hit that side of my nose just to kind of continue this little brow contour. Hit up that jawline and then just add a bit of that Orgasm blush and mainly on the outer portion of my cheek because this is where I want that glow to be. I want it to play with that eyeshadow, but I don't want it to be too monochromatic, so I'm not bringing it too inwards. You see what I'm doing? I'm just like keeping it from the outer corner back. So you still see it when I turn to the side. You still get that feel, but it's not like super flushed, you know? That worked. For highlighter, I'm gonna use this Floss Sunlit Illuminator. First, I'm gonna add that to the top of my cheekbone, also to my temple, also a bit to my nose. And then I'm just gonna take my finger, because this is one of those cushiony, almost creamy type of highlighters. I'm just gonna add a smidge of that right here, in that very soft part between your eye and your cheekbone. Oh. Okay, for the lips, I already have my lips lined with Pillow Talk, the original pencil. I'm just gonna reline specifically my corners and just like the inner portion of the mouth. And then I'm just gonna add this Lip-oh-phoria from NATASHA DENONA. This is shade Tan Nude. Oh, and suddenly she has arrived. I feel like doing one of those with the hair, or maybe one of those, I don't know. And I feel like this is the vibe. Something about it is very fresh, it's very approachable, it's very easygoing because it was so easy for me to put it together. And looking at myself in the mirror, looking at myself in the monitor, I am really liking what I'm seeing. I give myself a 10 out of 10 for application. I feel like I was really able to pull off this look the way that these eyeshadows were meant to be used. Number one, to prime all over the lid. Number two, to enhance. And number three, to smoke. I added in some extra colors. And overall, I was able to achieve something that I think is very me. It's something that is very easy to wear, easy to apply, and it makes me feel good. That is the most important thing. So overall, I'm gonna rate this palette a really high 9.5 out of 10, you guys. I think that's the highest score I've ever given a Charlotte Tilbury palette, and this one deserves it because it is absolutely breathtaking. The colors are gorgeous and they're super flattering and versatile. They would look great on any skin tone. I do wish there was a black in this palette, however, so that's like my only caveat, but I really don't think you need it because you could still create a really fun, really easy holiday or wearable look with these colors. Overall, I am extremely pleased. Yes, the price is high for $75, but I would much rather pay $75 for a 12-pan eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury rather than for a 4-pan quad at $54. Correction, they're $53, but still $53 for a quad versus $75 for a 12-pan eyeshadow palette, which in my opinion has better formulations of eyeshadows. That is my verdict. I am sticking to it. My 2 cents. I hope you appreciate them. And now it's time for me to zoom on out. I have some more Charlotte Tilbury reviews for you, as well as foundation reviews, other eyeshadow palettes reviews. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Mwah.